Well, this is great. I believe once again we have no audio, which is absolutely amazing to start the stream off. Do I even have an invite? No, I don't. I need someone to invite. Oh no, it's come back. It's come back. Never mind. Hello everyone and welcome to Inside Line Racing, to the ILR4 tier of the PS4 side. I am your backup commentator once again, back from China. I'm Spag and Chips, and today we're going around the beautiful track of Spain, Barcelona, Catalonia, whatever you want to call it. But basically, this track is now being put back onto the 2020 calendar, and I believe further onwards. So you're going to be seeing more of this in other games, so you might as well just have a watch now and get used to it if you're not already. So anyway, let's have a look at all of this then. So I'm just getting the stream up, and then we're going to watch a lap around this beautiful track in the car of, is that Josh ahead? That is Josh ahead, coming around the final corner now to ride on board with BWRT underscore Josh, then coming over the line to go into turn number 1. We're braking at the 100-meter border into 4th gear, getting the best turn in possible through there. I'm going to put up the telemetry as well as we go through turn 3. Turn 3 basically being flat at this point. As we go up into turn number 4, you want to be using all the track possible on entry. Josh going down into 3rd gear for some turning, but he's run wide, but absolutely saved it. Maybe compromising a bit of speed, but making sure his lap is clean. Now going through towards turn 7 and turn 8. Now turn 7, you want to be riding the curve on the inside, and then a good exit on the outside. Now coming up to turn 9. Turn 9 being a very hard corner to perfect. Josh taking it pretty well, in fairness. This could be a very good lap for his first lap, breaking now down at about 110 meters for the last sector, starting around now. Anyway, now going through the final sector. This is a slow sector where you never ever see any overtakes. Josh getting a bit of oversteer, having a bit of a tank slapper as we now come through the final few corners for the chicane, which has been here for quite a few years now. And now we're coming up to the line. 1 lap time will Josh set. Up to line he comes. It's going to be a 118.125 on the board, it says on the left hand side. And there, expect me to be lost on my 54 minutes of practice. 54 minutes of practice chill is more than I probably do at some races. Icky, unfortunately no spot for me today, but good luck lads. Yeah, exactly everyone. We've got a full grid once again because it's ILR4. Basically ILR4 is, it's a good league for attendance. Like a lot of a lot of ILR leagues where we always get lots of members. But anyway, let's ride on board with someone else. Let's ride on board with Lewis, shall we? Lewis is run deep actually, and we won't be seeing much action from him. But Slender Man coming up to the line now. We've seen them get good results. Will it be a good qualifying result so far? 19.2, but that is on the hard compound tyres, so you can gain at least a second on that lap time. As I take my first sip of water. But yeah, one thing that you may all notice in that other McLaren, so there's Conzone 1, and then the other one we've got the ILR League owner of Jack, who definitely said, as yes I will put on the tyre detail, that he's racing today, but he's not going to get in anyone's way if anything happens, because he doesn't want to disrupt anyone's race, as he is a reserve of some kind. As I believe Wesker or someone did not turn up tonight. I know Paul didn't turn up, but that's because he is at an event for karting, so that's nice to see. And we're already climbing up the views, which is nice to see as well. But let's ride on board Chazza. Chazza at the moment going through turn 9. Oh, he's almost had an absolute tank slapper, but he saved it somehow. And with tons of rear end grip, he's been able to save that as he comes through the final sector now. That is on the hard compound tyre though, so that's the least grippy tyre that you'll see on this circuit today. I'm not really sure what I'm not really sure. Yeah, I'm not sure on what tyre compound and what strategy is the best. So this is more of a learning curve for me, if anything, as well as everyone else. J. Cole's left the session. I believe that's due to audio issues. He cannot hear any noise from his car. But Leon coming up to start his lap now, so we'll ride on board with him. I think he's doing the Leon tactic where he just goes round and round and round, getting sure his tyres are nice, and he recognises the track well with the session, knows his braking points and everything, as the conditions could be different to what he's practicing. So I don't know either, but I think I've at least qualified on mediums. So mediums is what people are saying. That's what Ike's saying anyway. But at the moment it's looking like could be mediums, as we see Warlock fitting a set of mediums. I'm not sure what lap times these guys will be setting, as a certain Chill says, how did I go purple in sector 2? Good evening, Noel. Hope you're doing well. At the moment in P14, hopefully you can get back up there. You're in carriage at the moment in 13th and 14th in those racing points, as Callis has now left the session. Hopefully he'll be able to rejoin before the end of the session. But now riding on board with Leon for a good lap, the ILRT drive. He's gone down a few divisions, but he's going to come back up, I can assure you that, in the next few seasons. And I assure you, probably next season he may be going up a tier with his rapid pace that we all know they had in 2017 and 2018. But now coming up to the line for Leon, is this going to be any improvement? It is. He's going to go up to P5 for 19.463. It's slower though than Slenderman and Skyzy. So Slenderman and Skyzy, the fastest, hard runners at the moment. So we'll just have to have a look and see. Character's pace, I can reassure you that. As for me, well, we'll see. Well, we'll see. I'll see, actually, Noel. So the racing points, seeing confident about one driver, not so confident about another, as we see Lewis going very slowly over the line there. Just allowing Chill past, as Chill, I believe, if I'm not mistaken, is starting another lap. Or has he just finished a lap? I'm not really too sure. It looks like he is pushing though, so not sure how his EOS are going to deal with that. Good evening, everyone. You're doing cool. Cheers. QVR Chill now coming through the middle sector, breaking now down into turn number 5, and then come into 6. 6 is, I believe, is that kink, and then it's 7 and 8 there. So turn 7, and want to be right on the curve, but he's run a bit wide and he's hit the gravel, and Chill will not be happy about that lap, and I don't believe he will improve. Let's ride on board with Cooper. Is Cooper just finishing a lap now? It looks like he is, and he goes P10 with a 19.8 on the hard, so he can definitely improve as well. What is Jack doing at the moment? Let's have a look. It will be interesting to see how he compares to everyone else in the tier. Breaking now down, and he's on those soft compound tyres. I'm not sure how he will he actually go for it? Will he just... it looks like Jack's going for it, in fairness. I don't believe he's done it any practice. I wouldn't expect so, with the shortest notice I think I've ever seen in the world. Anyway, coming through the final few corners. No, Energy Zeus is not racing. Yes, it is. I'm not really sure. I believe he's a reserve of some kind. But anyway, Jack up to line. He's not lost. He's actually got up to P10 for 19.7. Let's have a look at the gap so far. Then obviously, if we eliminate the top two, well, let's just go from Slenderman down. So 3rd through 13th. Separated by a second at the moment in the top 10, so hopefully we'll be able to see some closer lap times. But Jack is improving, which is a nice thing to see. But let's have a look at someone at the moment. Chazza will be on the mediums. Warlock is on a mediums lap, is he? No, he's not on a mediums lap, but Chazza is about to start in the fellow tour, so as he's just actually behind Warlock, and hopefully they're on some kind of communication with each other. Chaz is saying, get out of the way, Warlock, I'm about to do my lap. And anyway, so now let's have a look at, who shall we have a look at? We shall have a look at Konzo. Is Konzo on a lap at the moment? Konzo is on a lap. As you know, Noel is improving. No, he's on the, yeah, they're both on the hards. Let's see what Konzo can do. I remember he was quite good in China when I last commentated him. I believe he came P3 in that race. As I believe, if I'm not mistaken, Skyzy has just gone up into P3 and Lewis has taken P4. as those two are getting ready to go and set some laps on maybe mediums or maybe softs. We're not really sure. We've got yellow flags in sector 1. Hopefully, yeah, that's definitely for people just letting other people through. Hopefully no one's gone for a massive spin and killed themselves. But no, it doesn't look like it's at this moment in time. So, guys, what are your predictions if you are watching? Who do you think is going to get pole today? We've got 6 minutes left of this session. And I think it could go anyone's way at the moment, as we're not really sure about relative pace on hards going on to another compound of tyre. What compound of tyre will people be starting on? That's another thing, as Jack said he went purple in sector 2. Let's have a look at this then. Actually, I can't see, can I? But a 29.6 to Josh's 29.3. Don't think it is, unless I've read something completely wrong. Conso's coming to the pit, and I should have spectated Noel. Noel's up into P11 now. The perfect place, yeah, the perfect place basically to be if you want to get some new tyres on your car. Prediction for Chill to DNF within 5 laps. Chill, don't let yourself down here, mate. QVR have assigned you for a reason. Josh on pole because he's using softs. Yeah, exactly. So Josh, if we go on best, yeah, you could see, guys, that no one has actually set a lap on those medium compound tyres, and maybe they're leaving them. Maybe they're leaving them for another time. But Josh is actually on those mediums, so maybe he's thinking, you know what? I think I can get into the 17s on medium. Not mediums, he's on the mediums, not the softs. But I believe Josh can think, you know what? I'm feeling confident. Why not go and beat that lap time with an 18.1? Obviously, we don't know what mix of fuel he was in. He may have only been in standard, or maybe even, or rich. But now he may be on the max fuel mix. So we're not really sure at this moment in time, as Josh comes through turn number 9 now. But anyway, breaking now down into the next few corners. Here we go. Through the final few corners he comes, and in a few minutes he will come up to the line. Few minutes, what am I saying? Oh, he's lost the back end completely there, and I don't believe will he improve? Let's have a look. He's coming to the pit, so that's not a good sign for Josh. Shazza though, he has gone up on the mediums, and now you can see everyone's on those mediums, and Shazza's completely lost the port there. It looks like maybe a lot of people may be starting on the soft compound tyres, as once again we are gaining them viewers, as Jack says I'm dead in the chat, but I don't think it is. I wouldn't say dead, I would just say off the pace a touch because you haven't done any practice. I'm just trying to be nice. But everyone at the moment is kind of in the pits. We're in that lull stage. Never mind, Madder is actually 1.2 seconds up on his lap time, so that will get him. Oh no, that's not what Madder would have wanted to see at the start of the session. But wow, Matter, he's got that Williams downforce, baby, and he's going to have to come right back into the pits and maybe take a new approach on those tyres, maybe on the track in general. But anyway, we'll have a look at Goody. Goody obviously known for his pace. I believe he's using a Fanatec, so I don't think there's any excuses that he can give. Anyway, coming through the final sector now for the Red Bull driver, and he's coming into the pits because he's an absolute idiot who's in P17 at the moment. So people now on their outlaps, as we'll... Who's further around? It's Lewis. Lewis is the furthest round on his lap in a second. Lewis is now starting his lap, and this will be his final lap. He will probably have enough time for a few so I can't speak right at the moment. Yeah, he's got enough time for another lap, and Noel really does need to get out of the way of Lewis. That could really distract him if he's not careful. Anyway, coming through turn number 5 now. Excuse me about my commentary. I just need I don't know what I'm doing basically, guys. Let's have a look. Team Bananas, what is happening? QVR 1-2 finish. Damn, Renault 1-2, we both know it. So someone is saying Renault 1-2 in the chat. So those Renaults are J. Cole and also Larkin. No, not Larkin. I am mistaking him. No, is it Larkin? Yes, J. Cole and Larkin, I do believe, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah. Unless I can't read the screen properly. But anyway, Lewis coming around the final few corners now. Up to line. Where will Lewis go with this lap time? I'm just looking. Carriage has got a 17.9. Will Lewis improve on that? He doesn't. Carriage has got P1 at the moment. Great lap time. And I hope he's not going again, as Callis has just completely evaded him. Let's have a look at Josh. Josh is on an out lap. Let's have a look at Skyzy. Skyzy is on a lap at the moment with 1 minute 30 left in the session. He'll have time for one more lap after this if he wants it. Coming around the final few corners now for Skyzy. He's right the curve ridiculously through there. And he's coming up to the line. It's not looking too promising for him as he's just completely killed the curve. He's only gone up to P5 with an 18.6, and I'm surprised. Let's just say that it looks like Skyzy will not be completing another lap. Warlock is on those softs, and Larkin's on a lap at the moment. Larkin's coming to the end of his lap. Where will this put him? Up to the line, it goes P5. A good lap from Larkin there as Chaz is on a lap. Who else is on a lap at the moment? We see Don Regib on a lap. We see Chill. Is he on a lap? It looks like Chill is not on a lap. Noel's on a lap though. Let's have a look what Noel can do. And then I can see also, I believe that's Rich in front of him, so we'll keep an eye on Rich as well. Let's have a look at Rich. And it's not Rich actually. I'm not back on board with Noel. Up to line. Can Noel improve? He does improve the top 10 for both racing point cars. Anyway, let's have a look at J. Cole Matter. Cooper's retired from the session. He's going no quicker. Let's have a look at Larkin. Larkin is going on his lap at the moment. Chazza, he must be close to the line. Yes, he is close to the line. What can he do for the final few corners? Can he do anything? We see Skyzy ahead. Skyzy's coming into the pits. Let's have a look. Can Chazza beat Carriage and get pole? He does go pole by 5/10 of a second. A great lap from him. Lewis is pulled off to the side. The Torso is on pole at the moment. Don't know what Josh is doing. Larkin into the pits. Warlock up to the line. Warlock goes P5. What can Slenderman do? He's 2/10 up at the moment. Noel goes wide. Leon now. He's 7/10 up. Where will that get him? That will get him about an 18.4. Lewis is retired. So this could get him maybe P6. P6 for Leon. Let's have a look. Anyone else on a lap? Noel's not on a lap. Slenderman could be the last person. Callis into the pits. Chill, where is he? Chill's going through the last sector now. Konzo is on a lap as well. We need to have a look at Slenderman, but Goody is ahead. The both Red Bulls still need to finish their laps. Up to line now for Goody. Where will this place him? Up to line. He goes into P11. Slenderman, where will he go? He'll go P5. A great lap from him, and behind him, can I see any movement? Chill needs to set his lap. Chill's finished his lap. P14 for him. And now the only person to finish their lap is Josh, and he is without a front wing. But anyway, that is now the end of the session, and apparently Cooper looks like Jack is just talking to Cooper about how he's quicker. But anyway, let's have a look. So let's have a look at the comments. Good luck from Carriage. Congrats. Cheers, Callus. Looks like there may have been a bit of a misunderstanding of some kind. Noel distracts me too much. Turn one block. Hello, Archie. Jags 8/10 off the pace. 14th is better than last, exactly. But pole today will be it will be Chazza, but on the soft compound tyres. A great showing from Carriage in P2 on the mediums. P3 is Lewis, a good result from him in quality. P4 is Josh. P5 is Slenderman, good result from him as well. P6 is Warlock. P7 is Leon. P8 is Larkin. P9 is Skyzy, and running out the top 10 is Konzo. 11th with the best start of the new tyres is J. Cole, then Matter, then Goody, then Chill, then Noel, then Don Rashid, then Carlos and Jack, and then Cooper, then Rich. So Jack, he's a bit off the pace, but who can blame him? He hasn't done any practice. Lenny, you God, thank you very much for that. And now we're about to start this race. Paul, you must be absolutely sad that I'm not commentating over you for your team. What is that Renault doing? That's a glitch I've never seen before. Lads, do we have a bit of a glitch? No, we don't. So everyone's now just choosing their setups, making sure that they know exactly what they're doing in the race. FFS Jack, I don't know why you're saying that, but anyway, again, more comments in. That's lovely to see. Going to the pit box. I sent a safety car tonight, says Jack. Anyway. Oh, it's J-Car apparently. But anyway, so everyone just loading their setups, getting them amount of fuel they need on, and we'll get ready for the start of the Spanish Grand Prix for the outlap. Not the outlap, excuse me. For the formation lap. So let's go through the grid one by one. Then you can see them all loading in as... I don't know what's up with my PS4. It's probably too old and just dying on the inside, like a lot of people like me. But anyway, not talking about my personal problems. Josh for the win, says Paul. As let's go through the grid right now. Chazza, the guy who's got more subscribers of the ILR channel, starting off in P1 today, but on the soft compound tyres. Let's have a look at the tyres then as we go through the grid. So Chazza will be taking pole today, taking the reins in P1, but the first mediums runner will be Carriage. He'll get a worse start, but his tyres will go the distance, and for the one stop. So P3 will be Lewis. Good show from him in quali. P2 provisionally from those medium runners. P4 will be Josh, but on those soft compound tyres he may get a very good start actually, and maybe jump the two medium runners ahead of him. Then Slenderman in P5, a good show from him in quali, and then P6 is Warlock, the only other soft runner on the grid. P7 is Leon after everything happened, and P8, oh hang on, Josh has spun it on the formation lap. P8 is Larkin, P9 is Skyzy, and P10 rounding up the top 10 is Konzo on those mediums. Then from the next from 11th to 15th you're seeing Hards with J. Cole, Mada and Goody, maybe a bit of ILRT knowledge here as Chill and Noel behind are both on those Hards. Then Don Regime splits the pack up, hoping for a good start in P16. Then Callis is behind on the Hards. Then Jack on the mediums. Then behind him are Cooper and Rich down in P20. And now the grid is forming up, and they will be ready to start the Spanish Grand Prix. So get your predictions in, everyone, for the start of this race. My prediction, I don't know at this point. This grid is so close together. Who knows who can win at this point? But anyway, Chazza on pole. What can he do from the lights? What can he do? Can he stay on pole? All the questions we'll be asking as the Spanish Grand Prix is about to start here. 3, 4, 5 red lights. And it's lights out, away we go. A very prolonged red light sequence there as everyone seems to get pretty good starts. No contact yet as Chazza has had an absolute flying start off the start. Now going down into turn number 1. Lewis has taken P2. Carriage has gone down the grid. Is there any contact in behind? Yes, there is. Who's out? That's Josh and Warlock. Both soft runners off at turn number 1. Chill doesn't look like he's had a good start either. Down at the back, but anyway, coming through towards turn number 1 now. Turn number 4. But anyway, we see Josh and Warlock at the back, but Chazza is leading off. He needs to get that gap as big as possible in the first few laps. Well, that's where he's going to see a lot of gaps changing as loads of people are exchanging positions as people are running wide through turn number 8. We're riding on board with Cooper at the moment as we come onto the back straight now. Dust kicked up and now coming down into the next few corners. It looks like who's that in the background? Is that Warlock in the background? Yeah, it is Warlock and Josh. So they haven't lost too much time on the pack as we see Jack right at the back of the pack, just making sure not to get in anyone's way. But anyway, as we now finish lap number 1, let's have a look at and see once everyone's position changes. But anyway, Chazza obviously starting on pole. He's still on pole, and Lewis in P2 at the moment. But anyway, we'll just go through. And Lewis at the moment is looking like he wants a challenge. He wants to challenge a certain Chazza at the moment. Hello, Limitless in the stream. Hello. I hope you're enjoying the stream, and hopefully you stay around as long as possible. Breaking now down into turn number 4 now, as Lewis is hoping to gain up to Chazza as much as possible. But at the moment, it's looking like Chazza on those soft compound tyres with more grip. It's going to stay in a front. But let's have a look further down the grid. We're seeing gaps of only 0.2 of a second. Don Regib and J. Cole are literally just next to each other. There's nothing separating them. 0.2 is the gap. And it looks like Don Regib is sizing up a move in the next few corners. Now Don Regib coming through turn 9. He's got a better exit. He's on the medium compound tyres. J. Cole's on the hards. Maybe around the outside. This will be a good move from him if he can make this work. Coming through turn 11. It's going to be close. And J. Cole, with some excellent defending, is still there with the position. And at the moment, the top 8, none of them are separated them more than 0.9 of a second. That's very nice to see out the top, as Warlock and Chill are in a battle as well. As it looks like Chill has gone down as a P19 now, as we should ride on board now with Don Regib, and he's on the back of a certain J. Cole. And then right behind him is a certain Noel, who's looking for a move as well in the Racing Point. The Racing Point being a very fast car in a straight line. And at the moment, Don Regib is able to stay ahead in the same powered Mercedes engine, as we see Noel running very wide through there. Breaking now down into turn number 4 once again. Right on the curb is Noel on the inside there, making sure he has the best run out of the corner and maybe ready to pounce in the next few laps. But then let's have a look at the top 3. The top 3 separated by only a second at the moment. This is looking good at the moment, and Lewis is getting a bit of a tank slap or an exit. I believe he may have hit the outside curb, maybe even hit the gravel. Maybe his tyres are not looking the best right now, but Slender Man at the moment doing quite well, and maybe able to poach maybe P2 away from Lewis ahead of him at the moment. Let's put on some telemetry as we finish lap number 3. Let's have a look at some position gains, shall we, as we're coming on to the next lap. Most positions gained, it's Spag Starts Award, and it actually at the moment goes to Don Regib, Cooper and Rich. None of them have gained a lot of positions, but as we see looks like Leon and Larkin may have exchanged positions now. I'm not really sure, I didn't really see it, but Slender Man is still chasing down these two, as gaps are just super close. We need to ride on more with Don Regib again, because he's really on the back of J. Cole, and he's wanting that move to be done as soon as possible. Don Regib just in that Mercedes car, he knows he's got to show the team proud, and breaking now down into turn number 5. It's looking good for Don Regib. His tyres are looking grippy, and he's coming down the inside, and that's not going to be a move. He's going to have to back out of it. He could have had a definite side pod glitch, as I've seen at the back. Josh has actually made a stop, and this could be an alternate strategy actually if he can play this right. It's unorthodox to say the least, but it could work for Josh if he just stays consistent through all his laps. You never know, because everyone's fighting at the moment, especially with the example of Don Regib and J. Cole as well. So at the moment, so stops, only Josh has made a stop, as Slender Man now sets a fast up for the race, and is looking close up top, and Lewis and Chazza have exchanged positions down into turn 1. Lewis is now taking the lead of the Grand Prix, and on those mediums, it looks like Lewis has been able to, with more grip now, as Chazza is losing grip on those softs. They'll only go around 5-6 laps, so Chazza losing grip, losing time, and Lewis has been able to pounce. Go Leon and Goody, you have my setup. Oh dear, Jake. Oh, I wish you were back on PS4. But anyway, hope you're enjoying the PC side of life. But anyway, the top three still separated by literally nothing. But talking about literally nothing is the gap between Don Rashid's rear wing and Noel Petrick's front wing, as Noel runs a bit wide out of 8 there as we come up the hill for 9. And at the moment, Don Rashid is keeping on to that position, but now from attack with Don Rashid is going into defence, as now Don Rashid just needs to hold on as it looks like Noel has said, you know what, I'm going to have a charge instead, as Jack is very much still alive. Yes, he is. Jack is only 4 attempts now behind Rich, and Jack, you never know, at the end of this could actually grab a point or two if he just stays out of the walls. As you know, this is definitely a track where tyres could go, grip could go, and he could easily lose the car. Konzo and Skyzy though, exchanging positions down to turn 1. Konzo is mainly up the inside, and Konzo just making those positions up very slowly, as Rich and Flying Cooper have also exchanged a position down to turn 1. As Skyzy has had to say bye-bye to P7. He's just going to have to slow down, recalibrate, and he's in P8 right now, and hopefully he'll be able to challenge back up. But someone who's now back on the challenge is a certain Carriage in P4, who's apparently had a lot of practice, and Noel tells me that he's confident about Carriage. So we should probably run on board with actually I see a gap. I do see a gap, and it's quite small between 2 Ferrari powered cars of Cooper and Rich, and behind them is the owner. So keep it clean, lads, otherwise there could be trouble. As I say that, that's Warlock out of the race, and looks like that could be a turn 9 failure. Let's ride on board with Josh. We've got more yellows actually. Yellows, I can't see anyone off. I'm looking at times intervals, and yeah, Warlock has binned it, and that's not a pretty sight for the Toro driver. Meanwhile, the other Toro driver has been overtaken by the other Honda powered car of Slender Man. Slender Man now in P2, and now he has to go up and chase Lewis. Chasing for high points as J. Cole and Goody are also exchanging positions. As maybe a bit of team orders there, we're not really sure. But these two are just fighting for their position to stay and get points in ILR4. As let's have a look. And oh, look at that! Don Rashid is literally right up the back of Goody. There was some gearbox touching, let's just say that, for free. So it looked like it got a bit personal between Don Rashid and Goody there. Something that we may not want to see on a live stream. But anyway, coming through turn 9 now. Don Rashid's had a good exit, but remember, he is on those medium tyres. Everyone else around him is on the hards. He's surrounded by the hard tyres, and he's only on those mediums. He's only on those semis as we come through the final sector now for these guys. As Carriage and oh, that's Chazza now pulling into the pits. Chazza, does he get any type of penalty? We need to see Slender Man's fastest lap so far. No penalty for Chazza as he comes into the pits at the end of lap number 7. Coming into his pit box now, and he's fitting on a set of hard compound tyres, hoping to bring it till the end. Where's Josh in all of this? Josh is coming around the final few corners, so obviously there's a big gap between Chazza and Josh. I just have to have a look at that gap as we come around as it starts the next lap, but it's basically a straight in between. So about 15 seconds, I'd say. It's Don Rashid, well done. You're the first person to pick up one of those 40-second beautiful time penalties that I've seen so far. There could have been another, but you know what? I didn't see it because my mic's in the way, and I'm talking as my TV's a bit too big to see actually, as a bit of it's covered by the mic. But anyway, so guys, what are your thoughts as we're almost a third into this race now? Everyone very close to each other. People's back ends are not looking very safe at some point of this. Breaking now down into next corner, turn number 10 as the hairpin, and that's a beautiful helmet by the way by Callis. Very nice, but obviously not really Ferrari colours, but nonetheless it's looking good as Noel and Don Rashid is he's still looking for that move on Goody. Let's just say that, as Don Regime looks like he's got a much better exit than Gooding. This could be it, as Warlock's left the session. Could this be it? Could this be the fight over? Don Regime, he needs to gain positions. Goody's got DRS though. Don Regime's got the DRS. He's got that EOS. He's got the slipstream that he needs. Breaking down into turn number 1. Round the outside to the inside now. And he's got the move done. Great move by Don Regime. The Spanish crowd is absolutely going wild for that move. What a move into turn 1 and 2. And I can safely say that is a great move by Don Regime. Side by side through turn 1 and just saying, yeah, bye. As it looks like Rich, Rich has gone off travelling into. He wants to go down to. Madrid, and it's not looking happy at the moment. As Chaz has been able to get past on those new hard compound tyres. So Chaz is just making his way up now, and that's one pass that he'll be able to say thank you very much for as he charges up now to the front of the pack. So Carriage, Slenderman and Lewis are your top 3 at the moment, and these are provisional top 3, but how far is Chaz behind the leader now? It is a 23-second gap, so it's going to be close because this pit lane is quite long, so you never know. But then Chazza has all these yellow flags in sector 3. I can't really see who that's for. That's Chill. Chill's he's gone past his prediction, but it's not looking like an amazing result so far for the driver, as a certain Jack, a certain ILR owner, is beating him at the moment, as well as other drivers. And it looks like there's been more contact. Who's that? That's someone around. Who's that? That's a Haas of Skyzy. Skyzy spun it. Skyzy's lost it. He's dropped it on exit of turn 2, and he's had to get out of the way very quickly. And Skyzy, I can tell you, he's not had the best results around Catalonia in the last few races I've seen him do. And it's not been good for him, as both Hasses now outside that top 10. No Hasses will be receiving points at this moment in time, as Carriage is now closing up to Slenderman. We're not sure. We've got more yellow sector 1, and that is Josh. Josh is off as well. This is not looking good at the back, as Josh has picked up a 10-second time penalty. Likely he'll be able to get that removed as Rich goes past him. Another person who's gone into the gravel. And at the back, it's not looking like the most consistent race for some of these drivers, as we now come back onto the straight. The gap between Carriage and Slenderman is only 0.3 of a second. Carriage is closing. He's closing. Slenderman pulls to the inside because it's been moved for P2. It's going to be closed down into turn 1. Carriage round the outside. Almost a replica move that Don Regime did on a certain Goody, and now Goody and Noel are in battle as well, as Carriage is now in P2, as it looks like a simple move for Noel, and he's in the top 10. That's his wish, and it's came true so far on those cards, with medium runners ahead of him. So it's all coming up at the moment well for a certain Noel. The mediums runners will be pitting in the next few laps. So now everyone just needs to be careful, as now their tyres will be reaching breaking point. As we've got another comment on the stream, and it is saying, what is it saying? I don't know what it's saying. Here we go. Carriage Masterclass, says Scott, and I have to slight and pretend. Sorry, I'm gonna have to lean in favour with you, because it is a Carriage Masterclass at the moment. He's still 2.5 seconds behind Lewis out in front. Lewis is not really pulling away as much as you would expect from a driver who usually comes from about P20 up to P2. But anyway, I would agree with you, Scott, on that one. Shadow says, I love how Jack never plays the game but can jump straight into ILR4. Yeah, Jack's he's having a bit of fun, isn't he? The chat was just like, yeah, Jack, go race, because no one else has been in that car. And it's like, yeah, go on then. As Jack's now coming to the pit at the end of lap number 11. Respectable pace, yeah, agreeable, but he's obviously on those mediums. Everyone else is on those hard compact tyres around him. But oh, Jack's in front wing damage. Oh, not good for Jack there. It looks like a Lando Norris inspired helmet, excuse me. But Jack now coming out the pits, and will he be ahead of Rich? That's going to be a close one, actually. Rich with full pace, Jack not with. It's going to be close. I think Jack will pull out of it, because he doesn't want to interrupt anyone's races. Yep, Jack lets him through. And Jack just wants to be a nice league owner and not annoy anyone in the process, as he doesn't want any stick on his name, as already a few people do due to other reasons, which Jack can't deal with, as it's nothing to do with Jack himself, and it's to do with salty drivers who can't, who don't like the league, basically, because they didn't win. But anyway, Slenderman now comes into the pits at the end of lap number 12. Putting on those hard compound tyres, there's loads of people now pitting. No hold up for Slenderman there, as we now see loads of drivers changing positions because loads have come into the pits. And look at that, Noel and Don Regime going side by side down into turn 1. Noel may have this actually on Don Regime. He's going to be side by side through turn 2 and 3, and Don Regime's going to have to pull out of this at the moment. But on those mediums, his tyres will be losing the grip that they need. Breaking now down into turn number 4, and Noel has got that move as Don Regime hits the grass on the inside there. As Goody right behind as well, only 2 temps separating them two. Goody looks like he wants to get a move on and is not being able to at the moment. He's not really getting these battles, he's just maybe saving his tyres a bit, as Don Regime picks up another 3-second time penalty on the exit of turn number 7, as we now come through turn 9. As Goody's almost lost it, but a good save from him there to make sure he doesn't lose time. I missed a 3 wide move there as Callis, Don Regime, and I called that for a split second, and Callis is round. He wanted to stay there, and sadly, Callis, you cannot go on that curb and survive. It's just not possible, as Callis is now needs to recover on those tyres. And now Larkin and Carriage both come into the pits. Lewis doing a bit of an overcut, Slenderman doing an undercut. Where is Chazza in all of this? Don Regime getting another penalty. Where's Chazza? Chazza coming out of the pits ahead of Slenderman, actually. So Chazza is ahead of Slenderman and ahead of Carriage. Carriage actually comes out behind Leon. But Leon, yeah, Leon's pit. So either Carriage or the Mayor in the pits, he's had to change a front wing or something or another, because Leon is now in provisional, what's he in, provisional 1? He's in provisional 1, 2, he's in provisional P4 at the moment. There's Carriage in P5 now from P2. So it's not been a good window for Carriage at the moment. So he's still in a good position nonetheless. But let's have a look at stops now, because this is more relevant for the time. So the top 5 haven't made a stop, but Lewis is actually in the lead at the moment. So he's still in the lead. It's a 24-second gap to Chazza. So it looks okay for him as Carlos picks up a 3-second time penalty now. So we just need to have a look at Lewis. Lewis now enters the pits. Lewis at the moment is on the entry of those pits. Let's have a look. Is it a clean pit stop for the man in the Alpha? Coming to the pits, he now comes. Cooper now retires from the session. We'll have to look at that very quickly. Where's he lose it? Oh, he's lost it there, as I've accidentally clicked something I shouldn't have. And hopefully you can still hear me. I may have to check on stream. And what the heck? Lads, something's happened. Sorry, lads. Hopefully you're still able to hear me. What am I doing? Have I just pressed view profile or something? I have. That's why. I'm very sorry, guys. As completely, I've done an oopsie. And after that, all of that, Lewis is flying. Chazza, Lewis has got like a 5-second... What is that gap? Lewis has got like a 5-6 second gap to anyone else. That gap's just tripled. The overcut of two lads has actually done him it's done him a trick, basically. As yeah, a bit of a fail there, a very big fail for me there, as I've lost a bit of commentating time. But back to normal now, lads. So Lewis is, how has he done that? He's pulled out a 6-second lead on everyone else. J. Cole still not to pit, and this could be where we just had a VSC. That's probably why. I missed a VSC, didn't I? Did I miss a VSC? Did I miss a VSC? Is that why Lewis has got a... Did I miss something? Well, obviously Cooper went off. and then it was a VSC. God damn it! I'm sorry, I missed it. So there was a virtual safety car. I missed the virtual safety car because of my absolutely amazing commentary skills. And now Lewis, that's why it was a perfectly timed virtual safety car for him. Thank you for pointing that out, Warlock. As now I'm actually feeling quite bad I missed that. As J. Cole is actually right on the back of Noel. We need to have a look at that. So that is why Lewis has got that lead. There was a VSC that I did not see. So now J. Cole and Carriage are very close to each other. Cooper's now left the session as he has retired. So yeah, he's a bit angry with himself. He's breaking now down into turn number 10 for the 16th time for these drivers. As it's all looking good for them. I'm not sure where they're going to come out in all of this. It's about a 25-second pit stop, 24 seconds. So 7 plus 24 equals 10 plus 24 would equal 31 seconds. So that'd be about the Don Regib range. Obviously these guys have to go on for at least another 5 laps, at least, to get 5 laps, around about 5 laps, maybe a bit less actually. They'll be able to come in a bit sooner actually. But Noel having to defend to the inside as we now see Carriage getting a fast lap of the race, trying to push up as much as possible. Slenderman and Chazza are exchanging positions as well now. Slenderman now gets past Chazza up into P2. Chazza's still there though. Yellow's in sector 3 and that looks like, is that Jack? No, it's not a mare for Jack. Not sure why there's a yellow in sector 3. But at the moment, Mata is leading this race due to the fact that he hasn't done a stop. VSC helping Lewis out a ton there in P2, and Lewis has now got he's got a 7-second lead on Slenderman and Chazza and Leon. So Leon in P4 at the moment as Carriage. Always both run really wide there actually, coming down into turn number 10 once again, and at the moment Carriage able to hold on, and he's closing up basically, and it looks like Chazza could be off this podium before you know it. So this is the battle for P2. You can see all in front of you. So you got Carriage, then you got Leon, then you got Chazza, then you got Mada. So let's ride on board with Mada coming out that final corner there. You can see all 4 of them. 1, 2, 3, 4, all 4 of them in your screen. Now coming down into turn number 1, and Mata is keeping cool at the moment, as we just need to see Carriage just closing up that tiny bit more, as the gap between him and Leon is around 5/10 of a second, so not much of a gap, as Lewis is closing up to Mata in an alarming rate, excuse me. So let's have a look at the gap now. Is it close at all? It's still around a 7-second gap, as now Lewis can see Mata in his sight basically. As looks like Josh and Jack are actually in a battle. Go on, Josh and Jack. Josh and Jack both together. Let's have a look. Are they actually going to battle? Is Jack going to let him through? Jack's going to go for it, but I believe he's just going to let Josh through there. As Jack's lost it. No, Jack. Oh, he was having such a good time until then. Just being a bit pressured, and that's Jack round down in P18 and last at the moment. But Jack, he's had a valiant drive for someone who's had no practice and hardly ever plays the game. But that's sad for Jack. That's unlucky for Jack. But yeah, we're gonna have to deal with life. And whoops, says Bankai Bullet. Exactly, that's not what you would like to see, as Jack will be definitely kicking himself right now. Chazza, he looked for it, he did have a look, but he's not going to be able to do anything. We've got yellows in sector 2 as well. I'm not really sure who that's for. We're going to ride on board with this battle still though, because this is a really good battle, and I'm still having a look at delta times. Is any going down? Is that Josh round? Yeah, it must be Josh round. Josh has lost it at some point, as Jack is now being able to get past, as these two are just in absolute battle at the moment. Josh now coming down into the final few corners, and I have a feeling there's a bit of a battle going on, as Jack's just ruined that battle. What's Josh doing? Josh is just going to the pits as well. He wants to have a battle with Jack and Slenderman, and look at this, Matt is just being the very calm A nice person, as Jack's now retired for the Grand Prix. He doesn't want any more. So he's almost tricked Josh there. As look at these four. They're exchanging positions like nobody's business. As Leon is still just behind, but Chazza just needs to stay in that DRS of Slenderman. It's getting to that 1 second, the activation zone. It's there. He's not in DRS range. Chazza. Oh dear, this is not good for Chazza. We've got more yellows in sector 1. Who's that for? Is that for anyone in particular? No, no one I can see. As Leon's now got past Chazza. Look at these guys. Jack's still back on track. Why is Jack on the track? I'm not sure. So that's annoying. But anyway, Chazza being able to. Oh, look at this side by side with Carriage. I did not see that. Down the inside now. Carriage for P3 in this Grand Prix provisionally, braking once again into turn number 5, and he's forced Carriage out wide. We've got more yellows in sector 1 and sector 2. I can't see anything going on there, so it looks like Josh now being lapped, as Lewis has actually lapped him now, and yeah. So coming through, we're over a third in, almost 2/3 into this Grand Prix now, and the gaps are beginning to rise as we've had a battle, and as Carriage and Chazza have been battling. Leon's been able to push away as Noel finally comes into the pit at the end of the slam. We expect to come out around Goody Matter range, maybe a bit further back, but let's have a look. Will Carriage be able to do anything at any point? But he's closing at an alarming rate. Here we go, Carriage around the outside. Is this a move either before the corner? Chaz is still there, but no, Chazza not being able to get past Carriage there, as Carriage has now completely wiped him, and the gap's already 8/10 of a second now, as Chill comes into the pits for his first stop. So let's have a look at the tyres now then. So Chazza on 6 lap older tyres in than Carriage ahead of him. Hence that pass was so easy for the Racing Point drivers. So now everyone has done their pit stops. Jack has now left the session. He's not happy, let's just say that. I think he's had his fun, and the fun's over now. He needs to get back to some kind of work on the league, because he's never stopping, is he? Like, in fairness, when does Jack ever stop working? Like, never. He'll be doing something. He'll be getting those Stewart reports ready. I'll tell you, that's what he's doing. He's making sure those Stewart reports are in, and he said he's making sure everyone else is fine. As Josh says the fast lap of the Grand Prix, that's eliminating the fast lap point from anyone else at the moment. So what Josh has done is actually made the grid a bit more annoyed, as Chazza now comes into the pits again for, as James Head would say, a large splash and dash to the end of this Grand Prix. And he looks like he's going on to maybe a set of mediums, or is he going to try and bank on it on softs? No, he's going to go on to the mediums for the end of this race. Maybe not the best strategy, as he's got wing damage. So Chazza starting on pole, now down in P10 with wing damage. Where's Goody in all of this? So Matter and Chazza. So Chazza coming out of the pit into this Matter-Rich battle, actually, as Matter is having to go to the inside, as Rich looking like he wants to get involved. And Rich has just gone around the outside. Oh no, not Rich, sorry, Callis. Callis has just gone around the outside of him. A great move by Callis there on Matter, as they come through turn 3 now. So Matter's not giving up, let's just say that. As he's upshifting, let's just say that. He's upshifting at an alarming rate. Oh, look at that, around the outside maybe for Matter. I can't say his name anymore. That's a sign that I should just stop commentary in general. Matter. But anyway, I should really stop talking like an absolute idiot, as we now come on with 10 laps to go in this race. What do we expect to see? We're not sure, let's just say that. But guess what, lads? We got 4 times the views of ILR5. That's what we love to see in the house. Chazza now coming through the final sector now, with Matter and Callis ahead of him. I'm having a look at gaps. Leon's actually very close to Slenderman, so he may run on board with that. The gap's actually not, it's not closing at the moment, so we'll keep an eye on this. It looks like Chazza may be able to make something out of this. So I'm now on low power mode. Go on, Mata, says TMB Wazzy. I remember you, mate. It's Spag on the mic, but anyway, let's have a look. Mata looks like he wants to get the move back down on Callis. Having a lap of go. Callis is going to have to yield. Oh, he's on the curve. How is he not spun it there? That is a mystery. And now Chazza trying to go up the inside, and that's not going to happen at all. And so Mata is back up into P10. He's got that final point on the board. As at the moment, the Williamses are both in the points as Callis he's trying to say Essere Ferrari, or however you say it in Italian, but he's trying to push the Ferrari along, and it's not happening at the moment. Let's ride on more with Leon now. This is a battle for P2 in this race, as it looks like P1 is now sorted in this Grand Prix. DRS is now activated for Leon. The gap is 6/10. Probably too much to make a move for any kind of position at this moment. Slenderman able to have that pace coming down into turn 1. And we now see Lewis just out in front, and there's nothing stopping him, is it? There's just nothing that would be able to get in the way of him. But anyway, Goody and Skyzy right at the back as well in battle. I think the best battle to ride on board with at the moment is a three-way battle for P10 is for the last point playing position. Subspawn, mate, good to see some old mates banging around the track. Yeah, exactly. Callis trying to go around the outside of Mata now, and Callis will run wide. There could be contact. Callis is made sure there's no contact. Chaz around down the inside, even not around the outside. He changed his mind almost there. Callis is going to have to stay in P11, and Chazza won't be able to make the move. Chaz is just pouncing him, trying to make any kind of move stick, and he's gone down the inside. It's going to have to be the end of it. Is it the end of it? Yes, it is. Callis now demoted to P12, and Chazza moved up to P11. He wants to get past Mata as soon as possible. He knows he's got some pace on that car. He qualified on pole, for goodness sake. He knows he's got pace. He's lost 10 positions in this Grand Prix. He now just needs to build his way back up. Let's ride on board with Leon, actually. He's only 3/10 now behind Slenderman, but now they're entering turn number 1. So the gap will now get bigger once again. And we've got 8 laps now. And as usual, as Josh steals another fastest lap, so you're welcome, everyone else who wants a fastest lap. Not going to be happening today, but Callis, Chazza and Mata still in this battle. You see 1, 2, 3 cars on your screen, breaking now down into turn number 1. Paul isn't here. Paul's at Larkle, wherever that place is. On that karting circuit. Yeah, don't worry, nor could I. Oh, okay. But anyway, Callis, Chazza and Mata, closest battle on track at the moment. We'll make sure we also have a look at Leon and Slenderman, but at the moment, this is the battle that we need to be having a look at, as it's for the final point of the race. I'm going to keep my cursor on Leon because at any moment I'm going to switch onto him. But Callis has now picked up a time penalty. Let's ride on board after this straight with Leon, because it looks like Leon is closing into Mata as they come down the main straight now. Yes, they are, but it's too far. The gap's too much at the moment between Leon and Slenderman. So we'll ride on board now. Let's ride on board with Skyzy. Is he closing in on Goody at all? It's excuse me. So I'm yawning through the day. I've had a very action-packed day today, so just excuse me as I've been playing rugby and all that kind of stuff. Now the penalties are rolling in, and this could actually this could help at a certain Mata and Chazza. I believe Don Rajiv's got now 9 seconds worth of penalties. I'm just having a look. No move there. No move happening at the moment. Let's have a look at Intons very quickly. If we just go through. So Josh has picked up a 3-second time penalty. Noel and Don Rajiv recently have all picked up 3-second time penalties, as we see Josh's time penalty at the bottom of our screen. But let's have a look. Chazza and Mata as Callis now falling off the back of this battle. Let's have a look. Mata and Chazza as the sun's beaming out now. The sun has come back and it's probably going to go back into the shallows. very quickly. But breaking now down into turn number 10 once again. Oh, Chaz is much later on the brakes than Mala through there, as Chaz has just been able to I've missed something. I've missed it. Leon and Slenderman exchanging positions through turn 2. Leon's got P2. I've missed that move. God damn it. Great. I've missed the bloody thing. But through turn 1 and turn 2, Leon and Slenderman must have been an absolute battle, as I've missed it. And Leon is now up into P2, and I don't think this is going to happen, as Slenderman is just going to have to hold on. They're on the same amount of tyre, where who's got more EOS to play with is Leon by 8%, as Warmesh says, draining 10 to 15 minutes. I don't think it's going to affect these drivers though. Spag, Rugby, great, your big frame must be... No! I don't have a big frame. My frame's small. I'm a small guy. I'm a winger, mate. I thought Josh disconnected. No, Josh hasn't disconnected, as Goody and Skyzy are in battle as well. Yeah, Josh is still here. And it looks like maybe now the seesaw is turning in favour of Leon now. As it looks like now Carriage actually is able to get on the back of Slenderman. All this fighting is now made us Carriage be able to be involved. Have any of these guys got penalties? That'd be interesting. Leon doesn't have a single warning. Slenderman has 2. Oh, he's got a penalty. Slenderman does, and Carriage doesn't have a warning. So at the moment, Slenderman is not on this podium. He's not on this podium, as Chazza and Mata are exchanging positions as well, as Mata has just done an easy move on Chazza there, going down to turn 1. I'm sorry I'm missing all these moves, lads. I'm just trying to have a look at the stream, making sure it's still on, because my Wi-Fi's been pretty temperamental today. But anyway, the top 4 are close. Well, top 2 to 4, as Lewis has just completely just ran away with this. Slenderman, Leon, Carriage is just absolutely just having the time of their lives, as I'm yawning while talking. That's an absolute skill of mine. But Leon, Slenderman and Carriage all within a second of each other actually. As yeah, now it's over a second. The Slenderman's had a bad exit through the final few corners now, as Carriage, Slenderman and Leon. I feel like Leon's gonna get out of that out of that DRS yeah, out of that DRS train before you know it. Josh is doing well. Yeah, he's doing so well, Tom. As now Slenderman, Carriage, look at Carriage, he's getting close to the back of them. We've got 4 laps left in this race. Let's have a look at Chazza. He's only 4 tenths now behind Mata. This could be a move if Chazza can play his cards right through here. Imagine yawning while commentating on this. I know exactly. I've just had a long day. I've been up since 6 AM. I've basically been on a work shift, basically. And breaking now down into turn number 1 once again. Chazza not being able to get past Mata at this point in time. I'm going to have to keep an eye on that Carriage gap, as it is closing, but now opening once again. Breaking now down into turn number 4 for Mata and Chazza. It's looking close between these two guys, and I also need to have a look at Skyzy and Goody as well. But at the moment, these two are the closest two on track. Chazza's tyres 2 laps younger than Mata's ahead of him. This is for the last points on the grid. Let's have a look once again at Carriage. It looks like they may be coming onto the straight now. Yes, they are. As I thought I saw a bit of a rain spit there. Probably a bit of air, maybe. I'm not sure. But at the moment, oh, I've missed it once again. Oh, as Mata's run wide out of turn number 10. And Chaz has just been able to absolutely just fly through. And Mata is now down into P11, as he's made some kind of mistake, run wide. And now Chazza up into P10. Anyway, Mata's now picked up a time penalty to add to his woes, and that could be the end of his chances maybe at a top 10 finish, as we now need to have a look at Carriage, Slenderman and Leon. Gaps up into 4 tenths again, 4 tenths reaching as Chazza. Oh, look at this, Mata round the outside, and he's not going to be able to make that move at the moment. I thought he was going to pull that off there, and Skyzy and Goody also in battle. Look at that, Skyzy maybe round the outside. Yes, it is round the outside. And Skysy's been able to just say bye-bye to a certain goodie. And who's that behind? That's Josh. Josh has been lapped by everyone. Breaking now down into the next few corners as, yeah, Josh has been lapped by literally everyone at the moment. Oh! Josh has lost the back end as we see in front. Goody and Skysy in battle as well. Josh has lost he's lost the rear end of his car there. As I just need to keep an eye on this battle up front. And Slenderman and Leon are very close to each other actually. Down into turn 1. Slenderman around the outside. Leon on the inside. Slenderman's got that position. Slenderman up into P2. And down in P3 now is Leon. Leon's tyres may be feeling a bit old at this point. As Goody and Skysy also in battle. We just need to have a look at these gaps at the moment. With 2 laps to go. Anything could happen. Don Rajib and J. Cole now approaching a little battle. Carriage and Leon in a battle as well. Look how the grid's just closed up once again. These 3 have not been separated. Look at them. But remember, Slenderman has that 3-second time penalty. That could be any chance of him being on the podium just wiped away. As simple as that. Breaking now down once again into the turn number 10. It's looking like at the moment Carriage is not going to be able to make a move, but he has got 1 lap younger tyres. That'll only be about 4% tyre wear, so it's not going to mean a great deal at the moment, as their tyres will probably be about 50-60% at this point. Now entering lap number 32 for these drivers. DRS activated for them all. And all the audio is gone because it's helicopter cam, but you can see that Leon is closing on Slenderman. Down into turn 1. Has Leon got it around the outside? Yes, he has. Leon round the outside of turn number 1. And that is a great move. Looks like Slenderman was being cautious more than anything, making sure no contact was happening there. As he just wants to hold on maybe for that P4, as he kind of accepts maybe they may not be able to get that position. Let's have a look at the penalties of the top 3. Has Carrie's got any type of penalty? No, he's not, so it's only Slenderman who's actually got a penalty. As Callus, as Manners come into the pits. Manners wanted that fastest lap, as he's retired from the session even. So ILRT not doing that well, but one ILRT member is in that P2 position. He's holding on with absolute strength. He's now coming through. Look at that, look how close the 3 are. It must be absolutely horrifying for Leon and Slenderman, as Carriage is also there. They're separated by 6/10 of a second, lads. Who will come on top in this battle? Disregarding penalties. We know you're watching. Let's have a look. As Josh got a 5-second time penalty for ignoring blue flags. As now we're coming on to start the final lap of this Grand Prix. Who's your bet, guys? Put it down in the comments if you have time. But anyway, Leon, Slenderman and Carriage. Looks like Carriage maybe has to make a move. He's only 1.1. 0.1 even. Coming down into turn on 1. He's not been able to make that move. And Slenderman is also closing up to Leon. These guys are just too close. Look at the other battles as well. Don Rajib, 5/10. Konzo, 3/10 into Larkin. He's got one more chance at that. As now coming through once again. And it's looking like at the moment may have been a bit of contact between Chaza and Mata. But anyway, Lewis even. He's looking good at the moment, but who's your prediction? Who's going to come out on top of this? So Lewis has some kind of nitrous. Yeah, exactly. No, there was a VSC period, and Lewis was just able to gain about 7 seconds than everyone else. But anyway, these 3, I don't think there's going to be any more positions gained or positions lost at the moment. So yellow flags in sector 2. I'm just going to have a look very quickly. No one's off at the moment. So I think we now need to have a look at Lewis. Lewis, a dominant drive from him up to the line, and Lewis has taken the win due to the VSC. He's just made it more prominent. And now over the line, P2 will it be Leon up to the line? Penalties wise, it's going to be Leon in the P2. P3 will be Carriage. Carriage taking that podium. P4 will be Slenderman. P5 after it all will be Larkin. It looks like Konzo's made some kind of mistake. Unless penalties are a big factor. No penalties there. No in P7. Good result from the Racing Point cars. J. Cole takes home P8 in the end. Don Rajib takes home P9, but he's got a ton of penalties, so I'm expecting Chaza to take that P9. Up to the line, yeah, Chaza takes a lot of time, gets up P9, and Callis up to line. Callis will take P11. Chill will take P12 in the end of this. Let's have a look at this as well. Could we see any moves from Skyzy, or is it a bit too late for any kind of moves into the final corner? He's had a better run. If the straight was longer, it'd definitely get him. But on the line, Skyzy gets Goody on penalties, and Rich will be the final person to cross the line. But your winner today is Lewis. There you see it. Lewis taking the win. A very, very dominant win here today. Led most of the laps. P2 today was Leon, and P3 was Carriage. It's looking at good podium interviews to come up at any moment now. Any questions that you want to ask any of the guys on the podium, please let me know, and I will tell them the questions that you ask. But anyway, here are your final results at the end of this. So Lewis will take home P1, P2 is Leon, P3 is Carriage. That is your top three today. P4 Slenderman, it could have been much better, but he did have a time penalty, which meant he finished off the podium. P5 was Larkin, P6 was Konzo, P7 was Noel, P8 was J. Cole, P9 was Chazza in the end, and P10 was Don Rajiv. Obviously Chazza starting from first on the grid. P10 Don Rajiv, P11 Callis, P12 Chill, P13 Skyzy, P14 Goody, P15 Rich, P16 Josh, and everyone else had retired from the Grand Prix. My driver of the day today, Leon. Actually, no. Yeah, Leon. I'm gonna say Leon. Good result from him. If not Leon, I'd have to say Noel, because Noel's actually got points. So yeah. So let's now invite the top three. So that is Lewis, that is Leon, and that's Carriage. I have invited the top three to the party, and now we've got 15 viewers. Still 15 viewers. Thank you very much, lads. As obviously you want to hear these lads have a little bit of a talk with me, a little bit of a talk show almost, as we discuss the race with the top three as they start to enter the party. The question is, was Leon streaming his race? If so, will he be still streaming? I don't know, he isn't streaming. But anyway, so we now just need to wait for them all to join the party. So that's Leon joined the party. We're going to wait for the other two before we ask questions. So Carriage has now joined the party. We're now just waiting on Lewis in 1 second. Hopefully he will join. I'll give him another invite if he doesn't join soon enough. Your microphone is loud enough, but make sure your voice is always loud as well. There's Lewis. I'll invite Lewis again. And now we're gonna wait. Gonna wait for Lewis. Hopefully Lewis does join the party, so then we can start the podium interviews then. So a very good race from everyone. Great battles as Lewis has now joined the party. I trust that everyone is on always a loud voice. So then we can just start these podium interviews straight away. So Lewis, obviously you benefited from the safety car, you benefited from the battles and everything that everyone had behind the freeway battle for P2, which is absolutely amazing, I've got to say. But nonetheless, you had a dominant drive there today, and from a high position starting, you had a good position at the end, obviously. So, how was that race for you?
It was actually a pretty decent race compared to the last time I started like quite high up the field, which was Australia. Got a much better start this time and just tried to, you know, keep it under control from there. Just waiting for Chas's soft spike to drop off, and eventually they did, and then I just kept the pace. Then the VSE came out as I was like halfway down the pit lane, so I benefited a couple seconds of that. But yeah, from there on I was just coast to the finish line.
Yeah, exactly. That's what you needed to do. Just coast the line, and so everyone else behind you was just battling just hard, basically. So obviously, what were you thinking in your mind when you were in that battle right at the start? Obviously, you had to get past Chazza as soon as possible as his softs were dying. So what were your thoughts on that?
Just get a good run out of the final corner so I can like get him down to turn 1, which I did with the straight line speed of my setup.
Yeah, exactly. That's what you want to see. And well done. And that is another great result to add to your name. And obviously you were out of all the battles, so I can't really talk to you about that because it was pretty easy after the pit stops for you. And anyway, thank you very much for the podium interview from you. Well done on your P1.
Thank you, and great commentary from you as well.
Lovely. Right, P2. Mr. Leon. That race was chaotic, and I expect in the last few laps you were absolutely going for it, and you're probably sweating so hard that you're basically water now. You're 99% water. How was that race for you?
Sweaty is an understatement. I'm currently stuck to my chair. Yeah, it's just the final few laps. The battle with Carriage and Slender were just mad. That's when I truly started sweating. It was the second stint where I think my pace just came alive.
Yeah, your pace was actually very good, catching up to Slender Man, and then I was just having a look at that gap all the time, and into turn 1 it was just closing and closing. Obviously it was around about 5-6 tenths for a long time, and then Carriage got involved and it just got a bit spicy. So your thoughts on that battle?
It was amazing. It was brilliant. I knew Carriage was catching because for the first few laps after we came out the pits, the gap was rather level, so I was affording to stick behind. But once Carriage started gaining, I was like, I need to pass and get P2. So once I got past, I kind of just took it calm, and then I made a mistake, I think on like lap 29, and it allowed me to drop another position, and then I got back past the next lap, and I just took it along every lap and just kept calm and was able to get P2.
Well, yeah, obviously Spain is known as a place where the DRS train is basically prominent, and you kind of use it to the best of your ability there, able to just stick on the back of Slender Man, and guess what? You've passed him and got P2 in the end. Obviously Slender Man did have that penalty, but it didn't affect you because you were P2 on track. Good result from you today. Anything else to
add? No, really, just you did amazing commentary.
Oh, were you listening?
No, but I guarantee it was amazing.
Oh, thank you. Thank you, Leon, for that. Well done on P2, and very good result from you. Is that your first podium of the season?
Yes.
Yes, well done. Well done for your first podium. Hopefully next time it could be a win. Oh wait, it's Monaco, so everyone will DNF. But anyway.
Yeah.
Oh my god. Carriage. You're on the podium. Could you turn up your mic just a tiny bit? Just a tiny bit. Just. Yep. Not sure. But just go with it. Just go with the flow. Oh dear. Apparently you got no noise. Apparently your voice is maybe not on always allow. Have you bottled it?
Okay, I think it's fixed this way.
Alright, just describe your race again, Carriage, because yeah.
I'll do it again. Yeah, I'm obviously happy with the podium, but I think I should have been higher up, if I'm going to be completely honest. After a great quali, I got blocked on my second quali lap on the medium, but that doesn't matter really. I was trying to catch up with Cheza on the softs after a really poor start. But I just got stuck behind him, and I don't want to cause any drama or something, but on my side, I don't feel like he was driving very cleanly. It was very hard to get past, and yeah, just some weird dives while defending. It made me a bit anxious. Yeah, and I was just trying to catch on with the DR strain later on with with Slender and Leon for the fun race.
Yeah, very fun race. Obviously, you were in on the back of that train. You were basically the spectator with Leon and Slenderman battling, and then you got involved, and that must have been fun for you. So, what was your highlight of the race? Do you think it was that battle at the end, or do you think it was more your qualifying lap?
Yeah, I would say my qualifying lap could have been better, but I always get very stressed and sweaty while doing qualifying, and to see you're high up, it's always a good feeling.
Yeah, it's always a good feeling to be high up in quali. And thank you so much on that. And it's P3 for Racing Point, and your teammate was in the points as well. So it's a great day for Racing Point. Great race for Racing Point. Yeah, double points. So here we go then.
Just for the commentary.
Yeah, thank you. Thank you for the race, because that race was absolutely amazing. Thank you everyone so much for watching. I have been Spag, and I guess goodbye.